Okay, so here's the cash flow estimation in-class example that I was talking about. This basically is what your spreadsheet will look like. When you do question 6 of the case, it's asking for this number, basically, the net investment outlay. And then I believe it's asking for this termination cash flow number down here. And then question 7 has you basically do the rest of the analysis, come up with the various cash flows for each year, and then calculate the NPV and IRR and MIR and payback. One note: when you do the NPV, IR and MIRR, there's Excel functions to do this nice and easily, so you can figure those out. The NPV is kind of odd, so check it with your calculator. I may make a note about that later on once you have time to look at it. If you can't figure it out, if it's not getting what your calculator shows, then just go to the Excel help and look up NPV, and that will explain it hopefully. So basically, this example, I have posted to Blackboard the verbal part of the question that gives you all this information. I might do a little video on that here in a second, but basically this company is going to do a project. It's going to buy a piece of equipment that the price is $200,000. But from an accounting standpoint, the actual cost or depreciation basis is based on other things also. You can't use the machine until you ship it and until you install it and test it. So from an accounting standpoint, the cost would be $240,000, and that is what your depreciation basis would be, that I then put up here too to use in my calculations. And this item here deals with when you're doing a project, what you care about are the incremental cash flows, which are the cash flows that occur because you do the project. So because you're doing this project, you had to spend these dollars, but then also because you're doing the project, inventories went up $20,000. And this is a machine that needs some raw materials, say, so you had to purchase $20,000 in raw materials before you could start this project. So because of doing this project, you had to spend more cash. And again, all this is about cash, what cash goes out. So overall, in year 0, you spent $260. And that's not really the cost of the project or of the machine. The cost is $240, but $260 is your net cash investment outlay. This part over here calculates the depreciation. The problem, I've given these to you, and I won't make you calculate these on an exam or anything. The case uses the same thing too, the 3 years maker's class with these depreciation rates. Try to figure it out, make sure you know how to do it, but again, I won't be testing on that, but the case will have you do it, so you'll have to know how to calculate these numbers. And overall, in doing this analysis, it's similar. I mean, it's a cash flow analysis, and cash flow is not income, but it's related to your net income. So you start off with finding your revenues, and these are incremental revenues. These are revenues that occur because you do the project, and you'll see where I state that sales will go up by $250 because of doing the project. Then I give you a unit price and a unit sales to be able to calculate this number. And then, like on an income statement, you have costs next. So you take your revenues and you subtract out your costs. So you get what are called net incremental revenues. So these are the net revenues from doing the project. And then, just like on an income statement, you then take out depreciation. And these numbers come from the chart up here above. And then after that, you get your EBIT, your earnings before interest and taxes. Now this is where this diverges from an income statement. You don't take out your interest. If you take out your interest, you'll be double counting cost of debt basically, because down here you'll be using your WACC, which already includes a number for cost of debt. So you don't take out interest, you take out taxes based on the EBIT, and that gives you your NOPAT. You might remember that from your other finance classes, your net operating profit after taxes. So these are your operating profits. This is your operating profits after taxes, but without interest taken out.